Hello, let's talk today about benefits of banana. The banana, is it good? Find out if it is worth using CONSUMI banana in your daily and in your recipes. And your 11 banana benefits and healthy recipes. In your day-to-day. Banana, pacoba or pacova, is a pseudoberry of the banana tree, a perennial herbaceous plant of the Musaceae family, genus Musa, in addition to the genus Ensete, which produces so-called false bananas. They are grown in 130 countries. Originating in Southeast Asia, they are currently cultivated in virtually all tropical regions of the planet. Commonly, even for commercial purposes, the term banana refers to fruits with a soft and sweet pulp that can be consumed raw. However, there are cultivated varieties, with a tougher pulp and a firmer and greener skin, generally called plantains, in Spanish, plantain or plantain, in Portuguese, or plantains, in English, which are consumed cooked, baked, boiled or fried, constituting the staple food of many populations in tropical regions. Most bananas for export are of the first type, although only 10 to 15% of world production is for export, with the United States and the European Union being the main importing powers. Greetings and welcome to Nature of the Amazon channel. I ask you to subscribe and activate the bell. Leave yours. Lay to strengthen the channel and share it with your friends and family so they can get to know our history of knowledge. And let's go by video. Bananas form in bunches on the upper part of the pseudostems that are born from a true underground stem, rhizome or corm, whose longevity reaches 15 years or more. After maturation and harvesting of the banana bunch, the pseudostem dies, or is cut, giving rise, later, to a new pseudostem. The pseudoberries are formed in bunches with up to about 20 bananas. The bunches of bananas, hanging from the end of the false stem of the banana tree, can have 5 to 20 hands and can weigh from 30 to 50 kilograms. Each banana weighs, on average, 125 g, with a composition of 75% water and 25% dry matter. Bananas are an appreciable source of vitamin A, vitamin C, fiber and potassium. Although wild species have numerous seeds, large and hard, almost all banana varieties used for human consumption do not have seeds, such as parthenocarpic fruits that are, with the exception of the species Musa balbigiana, commercialized in the Indonesian market, exceptionally with seeds. Due to the high potassium content in its composition, bananas are slightly radioactive, more so than most other fruits, and are even a natural source of antimatter. It produces, on average, a positron approximately once every 75 minutes. 4. This is due to the presence of the radioactive isotope potassium-40, K, evenly distributed in naturally occurring potassium, although the common isotope, potassium-39, K, is non-radioactive. For this reason, nuclear energy environmentalists sometimes refer to the banana equivalent dose of radiation to support their arguments during debates at congresses and meetings on the subject. Although banana radioactivity is very mild, however, large shipments of the fruit on ships can be enough to trigger radiation detectors or sensors under certain circumstances. 7. Banana is a term originating in Guinea. Pacoba and pacova originated from the Tupi term pacoa, meaning rolling sheet. Generalities. It is green in color when immature, reaching yellow or red when ripe. Its shape is elongated, but it can vary greatly in shape depending on the crop varieties. This variation also happens with the pulp, which can be soft or hard, or with medium-hard incrustations, as well as having a sweeter or more acrid flavor. Like pineapple, banana is also a parthenocarpic fruit, as it can form without previous fertilization. That's why it has no seeds. After being cut, the banana darkens very quickly, due to oxidation, by the presence of polyphenol oxidase in contact with air. The species Musa balbigiana, commercialized in the Indonesian market, contains, exceptionally, seeds, and is considered one of the ancestral species of the current hybrid varieties of bananas commonly consumed. Navel, flower, heart or banana mango. A tassel emerges from the underside of the still immature, or green, as they say, bunch of bananas and, at its end, a cone of different color and consistency stands out, which is the banana flower. Popularly, the banana flower is called the navel of the bunch, of the banana, heart of the banana tree, mangara or just the navel of the banana, which, cooked and prepared with other ingredients, is edible with an exquisite flavor and high nutritional value. A tassel comes out of the banana bunch. At the end of this one, there is a purple cone. Its core is edible and is known as the navel of a banana, and can also be called the heart of the banana tree. Several culinary recipes use the navel of the banana, cooked with cod, or ground beef, or smoked pork sausage, simple seasoned and braised, among others. Popular tradition also reports other uses for the navel of the banana. Some homemade preparations for medicinal purposes, such as syrups, are considered effective. To be used as an edible, or in homemade medicinal preparations, the navel of the banana needs to be cut in the right position, not too close to the bunches, just enough to remove the purple cone from the still immature or green bunch, which favors, by the forced flow of the sap, the ripening of the bunch itself. From the ripe bunch, the navel of the banana is no longer used, which will have darkened and lost its vigor and culinary or medicinal use, being used only as fertilizer. Banana peel. Despite looking unusable, banana peels contain several nutrients, natural sugars such as glucose and sucrose, and minerals. With this, it can be used in food consumption, providing low cost without leaving behind the good taste. There are several examples for using it, such as the banana peel brigadeiro, the banana peel cake, the flour, the banana peel breaded steak, and many others. Nutritional value. Nutritional value of 100 grams of silver banana, values for reference only. Macro components. O water, G, 74.26. O energy, Kj, 385, 92 kilocalories. O protein, G, 1.03. O lipids, total, G, 0.48. O carbohydrates, by difference, G, 23.43. O dietary fiber, total, G, 2.4. O ash, G, 0.8. Minerals. O calcium, Ca, Mg-6. O iron, Fe, Mg, 0.31. O magnesium, Mg, 29. O phosphorus, P, Mg, 20. O potassium, K, Mg, 396. O sodium, Na, Mg-1. O zinc, Zn, Mg, 0.16. O copper, Cu, Mg, 0.1. O manganese, Mn, Mg, 0.15. O selenium, Se, Mg, 1.1. Vitamins. O vitamin A, retinol, 81 IU. O vitamin A, retinol, 8 μg_RE. O vitamin B1, thiamine, 0.04 mg. O vitamin B2, riboflavin, 0.1 mg. O vitamin B3, niacin, 0.54 mg. O vitamin B5, pantothenic acid, 0.26 mg. O vitamin B6, pyridoxine, 0.57 g. O vitamin B9, folic acid, 19.1 IU. O vitamin C, ascorbic acid, 9.1 mg. O vitamin E, tocopherol, 0.27 mg_AT. Story. Human cultivation of bananas began in Southeast Asia. There are still many species of wild banana in New Guinea, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. Archaeological and paleoenvironmental evidence recently revealed in Cook Swamp, in the Western Highlands province of New Guinea, suggest that this activity dates back at least as far as 5000 BC, or even as far back as 8000 BC. Such data make this place the cradle of banana cultivation. It is likely, however, that other wild banana species were later cultivated elsewhere in Southeast Asia. The banana is mentioned in written documents, for the first time in history, in Buddhist texts from around 600 BC. Alexander the Great is known to have eaten bananas in the valleys of India in 327 BC. However, organized banana plantations can only be found from the 3rd century onwards in China. In 650, the Islamic conquerors took it to Palestine. It was probably Arab merchants who spread it throughout much of Africa, probably as far as the Gambia. The word banana originated in West Africa and, adopted by the Portuguese and Spanish, came to be used, for example, in the English language. In the 15th and 16th centuries, Portuguese colonists began the systematic plantation of banana plantations on the Atlantic islands, in Brazil, and on the West African coast. But they remained unknown, for a long time, to most of the European population. For this reason, Jules Verne, in the work Around the World in 80 Days, 1872, describes it in detail, as he knows that most of his readers are unaware of it. Varieties of Use. A compilation of names of species, subspecies, hybrids, varieties, as well as common names used in various languages, is maintained at the University of Melbourne, Australia, demonstrating that common names are local only and do not correspond to recognized species or cultivars. As food. Four main types of banana varieties are sometimes recognized: the silver banana, the apple banana, small and rounded, the cockatiel banana, also known as the water banana or Cavendish, and the plantain. Among table bananas, there are apple, gold, silver and Nanica varieties, dwarf, bay, caturra, or dwarf Cavendish. The latter owes its name to the size of the banana tree, being, in fact, a large banana. Other varieties include Canarian banana, Madeira banana, Gros Michel, Latacan, Nanakan, and Grande dwarf. The Cambuta variety, as it is called in Cape Verde, is resistant in colder climates, being the most used in subtropical and temperate/hot areas. The Valerie variety, introduced by the Portuguese to São Tomé in 1965 and later to Angola, was responsible for a surge in banana production in that country until 1974. The banana, while green, is essentially made up of water and starch, and therefore its taste is astringent. However, for the same reason, it can be used as a source of carbohydrates in various dishes. Flour can be produced from green bananas. As they mature, the starch turns into simpler sugars, such as glucose and sucrose, which give it its sweet taste. In addition to being consumed fresh, bananas are used for various purposes. In desserts with a spoon, bananas are mentioned. Split, or even bananadas, made with dwarf bananas or silver bananas. Banana is also an indispensable ingredient in the well-known fruit salad, although it oxidizes easily, and it can also be used in making sangria. But plantain is widely used for other culinary purposes, such as making banana chips, a kind of appetizer made with slices of dehydrated or fried bananas, or as an accompaniment to various traditional dishes. Dwarf and silver bananas are often served raw, mixed with rice and beans or with other side dishes. In some places in Brazil, such as Antonina and its surroundings, raw plantains are served with the region's typical dish, the baradu, as well as in the form of banana candy. In Rio de Janeiro and Pernambuco, the stew is made up of meat, tubers, and vegetables, in addition to plantain and plantain. In the south of Minas Gerais, the virado de plantain is famous, which also has cornflour and Minas cheese. On the north coast of São Paulo, the main dish of caicara cuisine is called azul marinho and consists of fish steaks cooked with unpeeled green banana, accompanied by a mush made with the fish broth, boiled banana mashed and manioc flour. These communities also traditionally produce banana brandy. Banana is also a raw material for the manufacture of other beverages, such as banana beer. This alcoholic beverage is important for the income of countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo. Bananas and plantains are used fried, as is plantain, which must, however, be prepared in breading, that is, passed through beaten egg and then through wheat flour and flour. Screw before being fried, otherwise it will fall apart during frying. The dwarf banana is still used for baking. Apple banana is indicated for intestinal problems, as it easily increases the volume of the fecal mass, although it can cause apparent constipation. Juice production from bananas is hampered by the fact that only pulp is produced when the fruit is crushed. Thus, it is not possible to obtain real banana juice, although its pulp can be mixed with the juice of other fruits. There are, however, fermented juices made from the pulp. This can also be used in the preparation of various jams, especially with banana fig and banana dwarf. There are reports that it would be used, crushed with honey, as a remedy against jaundice in certain Asian regions, where the rhizome of the banana tree is used for the same purpose. Despite looking unusable, banana peels contain several nutrients, natural sugars such as glucose and sucrose, and minerals. With this, it can be used in food consumption, providing low cost without leaving behind the good taste. It is still widely used in animal feed. Its use in feeding monkeys is proverbial. It should be noted, however, that bananas should never be used as the sole source of food for monkeys, as they contain little calcium and a lot of phosphorus, causing a very common food imbalance, which impairs the formation and maintenance of the animal's bone structure. Fiber source. The banana tree has been a source of fiber for high-quality fabrics. In Japan, the cultivation of bananas for clothing and domestic use dates back to at least the 13th century. In the Japanese system, leaves and shoots are cut from the plant periodically to ensure smoothness. Harvested sprouts are first boiled in caustic soda to prepare fibers to make textile yarns. These banana sprouts produce fibers of different degrees of softness, producing yarns and fabrics with different qualities for specific uses. For example, the outermost fibers, the buds, are coarser, being suitable for tablecloths, while the softer fibers on the inside are desirable for kimonos and hakamas. This traditional Japanese process of making clothes requires many steps, all done by hand. In the Nepalese system, on the contrary, the trunk is harvested and small pieces are subjected to a process of softening, extraction of mechanical fibers, bleaching and drying. The fibers are then shipped to the Kathmandu Valley for use in similarly textured silk rugs. These banana fiber rugs are handwoven using traditional Nepalese methods and their sales are certified. Transport and marketing. Although the consumption of bananas is practical and simple, its transport, however, is delicate and requires special care. It ripens quickly when removed from its bunch and easily crumples due to its not very resistant skin. In addition, as it is a very aromatic fruit, it transfers its odor to objects that come into contact with it. Most of the production for the domestic market consists of green bananas for cooking or bread bananas. The varieties used as fruit are easily damaged during transport, even when transported only in their country of origin. The commercial varieties of dessert most consumed in temperate regions, species Musa acuminata or the hybrid genus Musa paradisiaca, are imported on a large scale from the tropics. They are also very popular due to the fact that they are a non-seasonal fruit, which can be consumed fresh throughout the year. In global trade, the most economically important crop variety is, by far, the so-called banana caturra banana, in Portuguese-speaking culture, which surpassed in popularity, in the 1950s, the Gros Michel variety, after it was decimated by Panama disease, a fungus that attacked banana tree roots. As with other types of fruit, it is common for the international market to be monopolized by little more than one variety. This is not due, however, to the taste, but to the ease of transport and shelf life. In fact, the most commercialized varieties are rarely tastier than others that are less cultivated for economic reasons. Infructescences, bunches, are harvested when they are fully developed, if they are intended for the internal market. If they are for export, they are harvested while still green and at about 3/4 of the size they could reach, maturing in warehouses intended for this purpose in the country where they will be consumed. The moment of harvest requires great care so as not to hurt the bananas, which lose their attractiveness and quality if they show stains caused by shocks. The bunches are then dropped, that is, separated into the bunches that constitute them, rejecting the bunches at the ends, about 25% of production, as they are more subject to shocks during transport, as well as because of their shape and size not suitable for marketing and for efficient packaging. These surpluses can be used by the food processing industry in the production of purees, pulps for making juices, fermented or not, or in animal feed. In many cases, surpluses are simply thrown away. The bunches are then left to rest so that they exude excess sap, then washed and dipped in a fungicidal solution that will prevent rotting from the cuts. The bunches can also be cut into smaller groups, clusters, in order to increase the amount of fruit packed per unit of volume, usually in cardboard boxes that can be wrapped in polyethylene bags and shipped, with rare exceptions, in the so-called fruit boats. To delay ripening, it is necessary to renew the air at the place of transport to remove ethylene, a hormone produced by bananas that accelerates their ripening. To induce ripening of bananas, the warehouse environment can be filled with ethylene. However, if the fruit is marketed green, allowing for slower maturation, the flavor will become more pleasant and the pulp firmer, although the skin may be stained dark yellow or brown. Flavor and texture are thus affected by the temperature at which they ripen. In transport, they are exposed to a temperature of about 12 degrees Celsius and a relative humidity close to saturation. At lower temperatures, however, ripening is definitely inhibited and the fruit turns gray. Harvest in seasons. Bananas are planted using seedlings and the first bunches are harvested between 12 and 18 months, depending on the climate, variety, soil fertility, plant health status and cultural practices. Production and trade. Bananas are the staple food of millions of people in many developing countries. In certain tropical countries, green, unripe bananas are widely used in Portugal. The Madeira banana is grown on the island of Madeira, the most cultivated variety being Musa acuminata Cavendish. In 2012, production was 16,000 tons and a turnover of €12 million, but in the late 1990s production reached 28,000 tons and Madeira bananas represented 20% of national consumption. It is estimated that in 2014 production will be around 18,000 tons. Introduced to the island in the 16th century, there is a written reference to the banana trees of Madeira dating from 1552. It is believed that they came from the Canary Islands or Cape Verde, and became an integral part of the landscape. Aspects and cultural. One of the most copied and parodied comic situations throughout the history of cinema, since the silent movies, consists of showing the characters slipping on banana peels. The stereotype of the monkey eating bananas is also widely exploited in films, animations, and comic books, and has also been used for manifestations of a racist nature. In fact, for example, people are reported to have thrown bananas at African American sportsmen. The association with monkeys also justifies its use in games such as the 3D versions of Donkey Kong, Nintendo, and Super Monkey Ball, Sega. The banana is also often related to Latin America, like Carmen Miranda and the songs Yes, We Have Bananas and Chiquita Bacana, both by Braguinha and Alberto Ribeiro. On other occasions, as in Woody Allen's film Bananas, the name refers to the expression Banana Republic, which designates a country, usually in the Caribbean or Central America, where there are dictatorial, unstable, corrupt governments with strong influence. Foreign. In China, the term banana is used in slang to designate any person of Asian origin who acts like a Westerner, yellow on the outside, white on the inside. In Brazil, a gesture considered obscene and in bad taste, called giving a banana, consists of supporting the arm or hand in the crook of the other arm, keeping the free forearm raised and with a closed fist. Grendices and many. A much publicized rumor claims that the dried peel of a banana contains a substance, actually fictional, called bananidine, which would be hallucinogenic when smoked. Contrary to many rumors, the origin of this one can be traced. It may have originated in an article in the alternative Berkeley Barb newspaper in March 1967, and was later published by William Powell, author, who believed in its veracity, including it in his The Anarchist Cookbook in 1970. Donovan S. hit song hyperlink https://pt.wikipedia.org/wiki/Donovan/O'Donovan, Mellow Yellow, referring to an electric banana, may have inspired Berkeley Barb journalists who wanted, satirically, for the government to ban the sale of bananas. In fact, Donovan was only referring to a vibrator. The author of the song himself mentions that the rumor must have originated from the popular country singer Joe McDonald, who started it in San Francisco, a week before the publication of Donovan's song. The rumor circulated again in the 1980s, when satirical punk group The Dead Milkmen once again referred in a song to the supposed effects of smoking dry banana peel. The rumor led even the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, to investigate the case. 11 benefits of banana and healthy recipes. Regular consumption of bananas could have several health benefits, including 1. Regulation of the intestine, since it is rich in fibers that help to treat constipation, especially when consumed when ripe, and diarrhea, when consumed greener. 2. Decreased appetite, as it increases satiety as it is rich in fiber, especially when it is greener. 3. Prevents muscle cramps, as it is rich in potassium and magnesium, important minerals for muscle health and development. 4. Lowering blood pressure, as it is rich in magnesium and potassium, which help to relax blood vessels. 5. It improves mood and helps fight depression, as it contains tryptophan, an amino acid that participates in the formation of hormones that improve mood and help you relax, as well as magnesium, which is a mineral that is in lower concentrations in people with depression. 6. Strengthening the immune system, as it is rich in vitamin C, a potent antioxidant, and vitamin B6, which favors the formation of antibodies and defense cells. 7. Prevention of premature aging, as it promotes collagen formation and is rich in antioxidants, in addition to favoring healing. 8. It helps control cholesterol and maintains heart health, as it is rich in fibers that act by decreasing the absorption of cholesterol at the intestinal level, and its potassium content, which is essential for the functioning of the heart and helps to reduce the risk of heart attack. 9. Prevention of colon cancer, as it is rich in soluble and insoluble fibers and antioxidants, which help keep the digestive system healthy. 10. Provides energy to perform physical activities, as it is an excellent source of carbohydrate, which can be consumed before exercising. 11. Prevention of the formation of gastric ulcers, since the banana has a substance known as leucocyanidin, a flavonoid that increases the thickness of the digestive mucosa and neutralizes acidity. The difference between ripe and unripe bananas is that the latter contains a large amount of fiber, both non-soluble and soluble, mainly pectin. As the banana ripens, the amount of fiber decreases and turns into the natural sugars of the fruit. Say you like the nature of the Amazon channel, I ask you again to subscribe and activate the bell. Leave your lay to strengthen the nature of the Amazon channel and share it with your friends and family so they can get to know our history of knowledge, and I say goodbye hereby.